Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's Eloy from 100. Today it is, wow, 15, 16. Today's the 18th of May, 2020, and it is 5:45 in the evening. So, what do we have? Um, Over 4.7 million cases, confirmed cases around the world. Um, Over 300,000 deaths. May they rest in peace. In the United States is over 1.3 million and about 90,000 deaths. So some what is the title of my my live stream? I forgot. What is the good news? Well, I think the good news is that Moderna, which is a pharmaceutical, looks like they have developed a vaccine and they've done trials and their first phase was successful. I think it was only 8 patients though. And what's happened is that these folks have shown antibodies even after just one injection, and I think they detected it in a very short time too. So we don't know what that really means right now, but it's a positive uh, news regarding vaccines that are moving at a super fast pace, and it shot up the stock exchange. The Dow Jones Industrials gained about 911 points, which is equivalent to like 3.81%, and as well as the small caps. And so it was a positive day for the stock market today based on that news. So hopefully this will show promise. And they're saying that if they go in the next phase, and if they're able to, and if it's successful, then they're able to produce I think millions of vaccine. But you think about it, right? Let's say they're able to do 1 million. That's still a drop in the bucket, but it's better than nothing, right? So, and then they're gonna do several more million after that. I think they're saying that they can actually produce like 6 million or something. So, for those who are gonna get it in those 7 million, that'll be pretty good. They're saying that maybe it's available for frontliners. Well, I don't know. I'm a frontliner, and I'm not really sure if I really want to be the first one to really try a vaccine. So it's not that I don't want it. It's just I don't want to be number one. I never want to be a number one on anything. So I'll take number two, but that's where we're at. So that's positive news. And so a lot of companies are still developing these vaccines. So Brazil, I think, has just overtaken the United Kingdom as having more cases. They have a president out in Brazil who's pro right, is a right wing, and his thing was that he wants the economy to not suffer to the detriment of a lot of deaths. So I just think the human life is more worth more than any money in the world, and and I guess he's actually even joining rallies to leave Brazil open because some of the state governors are wanting to close their areas, and so he's just really wanting it to open. So yeah, and the other thing is Sweden is I think there are a lot of cases, and a lot of people are criticizing Sweden for not having a strict lockdown because their cases are going up. So it looks like France actually opened up a lot of schools for kids, and they tested those kids, and they had 90 cases of COVID on those kids that were sent back to school. And there was the same article mentioned that there are about 150 high school students that are actually that are back in school as well. So I just think that's kind of silly, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully that they did the right thing, but it just doesn't sound like it's the right thing. So just mentioned that about the United States locally, still planning to open up. It rained last night, but man, traffic was horrendous. It was almost. It's not as. It wasn't as bad, but it's not as it was pre-COVID. but it was significant enough. It's a lot more than uh, during the lockdown period. There's definitely a lot more cars, and you can also see the smog and stuff like that. So that's just in LA. Where I'm at, we're doing more swabbing. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'll be in the COVID screening room, and most likely I'll be donning full PPE. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. I'll be actually swabbing patients tomorrow. My RN is her husband is very sick. I hope he does well. Thoughts and prayers go out to Josie and her husband. Hope he does well. But there's a possibility he might have cancer or a really nasty infection that they have to cut out a piece of his lung. So I hope he's okay. Luckily, he's COVID negative, but it just you don't really want to see anyone go through that stuff. So that's what's going on. So most likely, since my LVN did the swabbing before, so I'm most likely going to do the swabbing there. Hopefully, they're just going to be drive-throughs. Right now, we have 4 scheduled. They did about 18, I think, today. So tomorrow, hopefully, they don't add anymore. And I'll have it first thing in the morning, but they're not going to be until like 10 o'clock. So that's what's going to happen. Other than that, not much else going on. So uh, that's the my good news was there's hopefully a vaccine and it's showing some promise, but I'm kind of skeptical since it's a small study. Well, which is typical of a first phase study anyway. So anyway, with that, have a good night. Take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I'll give you an update. All right. Have a good night. Bye.